What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. Um, I said I'd be here, so here I am. I wasn't able to be here yesterday on Saturday, but I told you either Saturday or Sunday. So I decided to take yesterday for me, and I was very tired. Our live on the other channel went 5 hours, and that was part of what I had to do yesterday, was watch that back. And and then I was up really late last night, and I didn't get to sleep until really early. But I'm kind of proud of myself because I didn't take a sleeping pill. I really did go to sleep on my own, and for some reason the smoothie that I make puts me to sleep. It gives me the itis some kind of way. Anyway, so I'm here today, and we're not going to be here for 4 and 5 hours. We're not doing that. I wanted to come and give you the latest update on my journey to Gambia, West Africa. And something else just came to me and came in my brain and went out right now. All knowledge is with Allah. Anyway, I wanted to give you the latest update on my journey. Oh, alhamdulillah, all knowledge is with Allah. Mika, my girl. You guys have heard me call Mika, and you know she's been through a lot of difficulty over the last many months. Certainly after losing her mom. And anyway, she reached out to me. There's a lot I don't know about WhatsApp, but I've told you guys, if you follow me on this channel, you need to have WhatsApp, because that's how I'm calling and communicating with people in Africa now. So that's going to be the magic, everybody. It's going to be WhatsApp. You need to be on WhatsApp. You have to be on WhatsApp. And I'm learning that WhatsApp does a lot more than I thought it did. I thought it was just international calling. I didn't know it was a whole Facebook, Instagram type situation. I still don't know. Anyway, I mentioned Mika because she sent me a video. And I thought, how is she sending me this long of a video? It was on WhatsApp, but it was in my files on my phone. I didn't go to WhatsApp. I just was in my files on my phone. Like photo, and then the other stuff like Bluetooth and camera and messaging and all of that. And there was this video, and I usually clear stuff out, and I seen this like it wasn't really a thumbnail. It was just like what was a frame of the first part of the video. I thought it was my car. I clicked on it, and it was Mika. Why I mention her is because in her video she thinks I'm in Africa already. I'm not in Africa already. It's been jihad. It still is jihad. But here are the major updates. As I don't know what was the state of situations the last time that we were together on this channel, but here's the state of the union. My flight is scheduled on the 8th of November. I fly out of Los Angeles International Airport, and I go to, it was supposed to have been leaving at 10 something at night, going into JFK, then going into Senegal. Every week it seems like I'll get something, or every other week I'll get a text from Delta or email from Delta, I'm sorry, that it moved 10 minutes. It moved 5 minutes. It moved 10 minutes. But here's the latest move. So I have to call them and bitch them out. But because I'm so mentally drained from this process already, I'm procrastinating to do a lot of things. And among them is to call and bitch Delta out. Because it's one thing to move it 5 or 10 minutes here or there. You know, that's fine. But this is a different flight now. I'm going to read it to you, because even I don't remember it. but it has me not going LA to JFK to Senegal. It has me going LA to other places, then JFK. Um, I also want you to know, while I'm pulling this up, um, one of my followers, um, Aisha, Aisha, you are the girl that I never had, and I want to get to know you better. Remember little kids, Aisha. Another bad creation. Ugh, that was their name. Um, had been trying to get a hold of me, and I didn't know who it was. Long story short, we ended up speaking, and she is a major asset because she put me in contact with her husband, who is in Senegal, who I've spoken to, who we had a wonderful conversation. Really, really fantastic. And I'm supposed to be speaking to him again, but that's been being pushed back. But he is going to receive us when we arrive in Senegal, and then play a role in assisting us to get to the Gambia. That's huge news, everybody, because one of the things that I'm very clear about is finding the Delta email. One thing I'm very clear about is, first of all, why I even set up this channel, why I'm even doing this, is because I've told you from the beginning, this channel is for the serious. Those who follow me, who have supported me, and continue to support me financially. Those who want to see this happen for me, who have wanted it as much for me as I want it for myself. For those who will take the path that I'm laying, and that this will be now all the stress that I'm going through. This is exactly so you don't have to go through it, so that you will know from A to Z what you need to do. And so that's why the videos on this channel are in sequential order. I had been numbering them, and then sometimes I forget to number them, but that's a minor thing. I can always go back and number them, any numbers that I missed or whatever. But this is a very daunting thing, and so one of the issues is if you're able to, you need to be able to establish support and a network of some sort on the ground. You've never been to this place in your life. You don't know anybody. You need some sort of infrastructure. So I have been reaching out to various people on the continent and in Gambia, and trying to get people to help me, so to speak. But this is exactly what you won't have to do. Because I wish to God right now I knew someone that I'd known for years even, that was there, had been settled already, and I just call them up and say, listen, I'm coming in. All right, here's what you need to do. I got you. I'll pick you up. And it's done. Then when I get there, they pick me up, they show me around, they know where they're going. It's just as if I went to Houston, or if I went to Maryland, or if I went to Delaware, or if I went to Atlanta, or if I went to DC. It's nothing, So that's what I desire to be for you and anyone who's following me and will eventually, inshallah, make the trip. Even if you don't stay, if you just visit, this is what needs to be in place. And while there are a lot of good people that I have observed and things like that, people aren't real good about getting back to you. They have their own lives. This isn't their thing. It's just the way of many of our people just naturally coming from here to be selfish. Like, I did mine, you do yours, you know, and that can't be anymore. And it definitely can't be when it relates to, like, I feel like every person who leaves here and goes to Africa, I don't care what country they go to, they have an automatic responsibility to help somebody else. As many as they can, they have a responsibility because they know it's daunting. But I also have been finding out that a lot of these people aren't really having that much of a hardship. They had some sort of connection. They had family there already. I mean, there's a lot of black people here that have African connections that they never talk about. You don't even know my uncle is Ghanaian, my uncle is Gambian, my uncle is this, or they have some, and you're just like all these secret ass African people that you didn't know anything about at all. You would have no, what am I hearing? It's probably bleeding into my sound, it's so loud. What's going on outside? Let me look. Anyways, and somebody's got to pick up the rope, man, and make time. Somebody's got to do that, because what I know for sure is it's not impossible, but you cannot do this by yourself. You can't. You can't. You can do it, but it's gonna be a bitch, man. That's real talk. It's gonna be a bitch. So, oh, Delta. So, you know, that's, like I said, I still don't see anybody that's actively, and then some of the people that will help you, it's a business for them. You know, I saw a beautiful sister yesterday that was being interviewed by one of the brothers I follow on the continent, and you know, it's a $50 consultation, you know, and they help you get land and they help set up stuff, and it just like, you know, there's some things you don't get to charge people for in life. You don't get to do that. Even when I was trying to make this a separate thing, because I don't want just the looky-loos and the clingers on, I want serious people on this channel. And it would have been easy for me to just do a membership thing or something where you got to do a Patreon and pay or something like that. That just doesn't feel right to my soul, because I don't want to pay for shit. I don't need to charge you for shit. It's not right. I was gonna say it doesn't feel right. It's not right, because if it doesn't feel right, it's not right. I don't care what it is in life. If it does not feel right, it is not right. That's 100% true. 100%. There are no exceptions. If it does not feel right, it is not right. It is not right. Damn it. Where's... God damn it. Ugh. Delta. So that portion of it is a big thing for me. This Aisha's husband, and because that takes a weight off. Just, I mean, go with me now, just in your mind. The weight of landing in Senegal, just the atmosphere. You're coming off the airplane. You don't know what the temperature is yet because you're not feeling it. And now you're feeling it because you come out of the air conditioner of the plane and whatever, blah. And accents are all around you. Some people are speaking English. Some people are speaking Wolof. They're speaking various things. None of these people, you know, maybe you met a couple of people on the plane. That's cute. Maybe every woman on the plane was in love with you and wanted you. That happens to me quite frequently. I don't want to get into that. Please, don't make me, that's not something I can get into right now. That's not my area. But anyway, and now you're walking into the terminal and you've got to go to customs and all of that, and it's just all brand new. But there's no one to meet you. So now you've got to navigate trying to get some kind of car service or something. You don't know where you're at in relation to other stuff. I don't care how much Google Earthing you do. It's like if I've lived all over this country, but let's make it personal for you. You come to California. I'm coming to California, Jedi. All right, you fly into LA. I don't live in LA. So you don't know where I'm at in proximity to the airport. I'm over an hour and a half from LAX. And that's with traffic, with or without, that depends on traffic. So, and California is a very big state. So you don't know what zip code you're in. You don't know what county you're in. You don't know where you're in proximity to a mental picture of, oh, you know, if you're in Atlanta, you know that Stone Mountain is this way, you know, Decatur is that way. You have your bearings. You have a GPS bearing. So this is what I'm saying. I don't have a GPS bearing because I've never been there. And no matter how much I try to look to see how much, where stuff is in relation to stuff, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know. Something that looks like that's like, oh, that's right there. That might be 5 hours. You know, that could be, you know, you don't know. And so you would have to now come, after you come out, you've got to try and get your money exchanged. The money that you have on you, you got to try and have that money changed over to the Gambian Dalasi. And because you don't have anybody to meet you, you don't know the game. So you just a sky cap could come up to you and say, brother, I can help you with your baggage, but you don't know if he even worked there or not. You feel me? You know, you don't know the signage. You don't know the uniforms. You don't know the layout of anything. You don't know anything. And so it is, here comes the rain again. Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a, I don't know why I'm doing this song. Falling on my head like a memory. Anyway, so that's so huge for someone to beat you and take you, you know, because that gives you a landing place on that initial entry and somebody you can sit down with and they can tell you stuff. You're here now. This is where you're at in relation to such and such. I want to see the African Renaissance statue while I'm in Senegal. Where is that in relation to the airport? I don't know. You know, so this is very important, everybody. It's very important. So somebody has to be that one who's dedicated to this, and I am. You know, I am, because I've said from the beginning when I started talking about this in 2015. I said I believe a lot of us would have been long since been out of here, but a lot of people just don't know where to begin. Just don't know where to begin. Don't know where to begin. Don't know what to do or where to begin or how to do it. And that's what this channel has been about and will be about until I lose my life. This is what it's about on this channel. How to get your bitch ass from here to Africa. So far here on the channel, we have the whole process of how to get your passport, the costs associated with that, all the time frames. I've done all of that. Although the bitches did take down my video that I did of when I got my passport that I was celebrating. So I'll be re-uploading that. Again, I've just been too lazy and too distracted and sometimes procrastinating. The video is still on my computer. I'm not erasing shit anymore, so it still exists. I'll be re-uploading that because that is a very important video. I got my passport. That was a major thing for me, you know. And I look cute in the thumbnail. Let's just add that. So, but I'm taking you through the process. So, as far I didn't really get a chance to do the airline sort of part of it just because at the time that I got my ticket, it wasn't just me getting my ticket. Remember, I was going with my disaster of a sister to Nigeria so I could give her away as a part of our religious tenet as Muslims. But y'all know how that went, and we're not going to get into it. But anyway, so we didn't get a chance to take you through the airline part of it. I think you can do that on your own. You know how to get on cheap tickets or Expedia. Yeah, I know y'all can hear this now. It's really coming down. Or whoever you like to go on, and you can book your flight. What I did show you is that the cost that's going to be associated, because I had you in real time. We were here on a live, and in real time I went on to, it probably was cheap tickets, or I might have went to Delta or somebody else or several of them, and I showed you that if you, wherever you live in this country, put in from wherever you live to anywhere on earth except for Africa, one way round trip, it don't matter, and look at the wonderful price. It's $5 round trip to fucking, you know, France or some shit. Oh, it's only $2.50 to, you know, Provence or whatever. But as soon as you say you want to go your bitch ass to any country in Africa, that's when you got to mortgage the house. There is racism. White people are the devil. And so their white evil is extended into everything. Since you had the year of return, we know it was what I thought was going to be my future president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the president of the Republic of Ghana. Why are you the only country in fucking Africa that made vaccine mandatory after you're the motherfucker that, when the shit broke out, read the thing to your country about this is some bullshit? And then now, and maybe Allah has saved me from Ghana, because I'm getting more and more things now that I'm hearing more and more people saying Ghana is expensive. Ghana is expensive. Ghana is expensive. Now take that in context, because a lot of those people are moving straight to Accra because they want an American experience. They want the metropolis. Your Jedi's not looking for that. You understand what I'm telling you? So, yes, things are going to be more expensive in Accra. But if you come here to California, things are more expensive in Los Angeles than where I live. You know. So location. So they're saying that. They're also saying, you know, I know all the projects that have been going on in Ghana. I know Ghana as if I live there. I know that place. And they're not really taking care. They're catering it more to you and me. Then you hear people saying, oh, Ghana is turning into the New York of Africa. It's like the premier destination for people traveling to the continent now is Ghana. You know, it's very trendy, if you will. Damn it, Jedi Delta, bitch. What are you doing? So yeah, and then there's some other things that are just like, okay, not too much, but that was going to be my life anyway, because I had already told you that the northern region of Timale in Ghana is the area that is most populated with Muslims. That's really the Muslim region, if you will. And so I wasn't concerned about Accra and nobody else, you know. I was going to the northern region. Gambia is better for me because Gambia is a Muslim country, flat out, period. You know. It's really coming down. Damn. It's only doing this because I'm on. That's it. That's it. Who the fuck is Delta? I should do it on my PC. I mean, this was like, nah, dude. Okay. What's this? Okay. So is this the one? No. I see this, I'm like, that's not even the same flight. Now, if I really wanted to do me, I'd be like, well, if you want to bump us up to first class, I'll think about it. You know, I mean, I don't know, but I could look at it. You know, that's the only thing that'll make me happy. Otherwise, I can't work like this. I don't know if I can even do this. I may have to call another airline because I can't. But I'm not interested in that. Haha. I think this is it. Yeah. No. Yes. Suddenly, I'm out of LA at still at 10:25 p.m. I don't see the date on this. And then I'm going into Detroit all of a sudden. And from Detroit, then into Kennedy. Nah, bitch. I don't do Detroit. No shade to Detroit. In fact, shout out to Detroit. But I'm not interested in coming to Detroit at all. And ironically, I still end up landing in Senegal on the 10th at 8 a.m. like I was supposed to. Anyways, that's fine. I mean, this is the damn, is this the damn Noah's Ark? We need the rain, though. Again, man is so ungrateful. We've been 110, 107, 108. The last 2 days, it's been like in the 80s. Now it's raining. I'm going to sit here and bitch. I need to settle down. That's what I need to do. Just settle the fuck down. Yeah. So that's a major change in my schedule. And I don't want that. And I didn't even look at it close enough to find out how long am I in Detroit before I go to Kennedy or JFK. I don't need to know any of that. Because I'm one of these people, like, I like a certain type of aircraft. So the 757 is one of my favorite because it's called the Ferrari of the skies because it handles turbulence really well. But then there's the 767-400 and the 777, and that's the ones I'm going to be on. And so this other stuff, I don't even know what that is that goes from to Detroit and shit. Either way, I don't want it. I don't want to go to Detroit. I don't need to. I'm not. So that was, again, I have to call them and say that's not what's happening. So that's an update. And then in Gambia, I told you all, I showed you the sister. I played you even a couple of her videos. Sister Amina Ibrahim and her beautiful family. And she's got 8 children. At least three of those are teenagers. And but she's very gracious, and I just have to be patient, you know. But she is an asset because I've articulated to her what it is that I need. When she first got back to me, I hadn't given her a full list of what I need. And now I've done that, and I just need her to get back to me with that. But my biggest concerns now that I don't have answers for is how do I get money to the Gambia? I know there's apps and all that kind of stuff, and but nobody has told me how I get money in hand. And so I have to find that out. I really didn't want to deal with my bank here in America because, just like I told you, I know that they are keeping track of all the passport applications from black people. I'm sure the bank is reporting when you're out of the country and all this other shit. I just don't like the idea of me even having to have a passport or to have, like, the only thing I should need to do is pay for the airplane, because you have a service that gets me where I need to go, and I don't own an airplane. So can I, here's a few dollars, you take me, all right, there we go. But all this, I need documents and shit to go across the earth that Allah created. I don't need that. I'm gonna be bitter about that until the day I die, because that's just not right. You know, it's just owning your life, and it's normal. So people think that it's the right thing. It's not. It's exactly not normal. That's owning your freedom as a human being, just as a sovereign being. Why do I need a fucking passport? I live on Earth. You live on Earth. I'm coming. What? I go where I want. You know, I told you, even this idea of having to buy land is something that's foreign to me. Like, it's the earth. You don't own the earth. Ain't nobody living over there on that lot. Okay, I go buy me some shit from Lowe's. I put up me a structure however I want it to. There is no code enforcement and all the shit. No. I put up whatever I need right here, and this is where I'm at. I'm here. That's the way it should be. Who decided you have to buy a land? Who gave you the earth that you own it? It's the earth. It's the earth. So anyway, so I don't know that. What I do know is I can't take, or I have to find out what you can travel with, because I've seen too many nightmare stories where people, especially brothers, are traveling on flights, and, you know, international type flights, and, you know, they have to go through customs, and people are taking their money and claiming that they have a lot of drug trafficking. We just have to seize it until we can investigate why you have it and all the bullshit, because then I'm up on a murder charge. You feel me? And I'm not trying to do that. So therefore, I need to find out what is the maximum amount you can travel with. But I have to be careful with that, even because, remember, when I get to Senegal, I don't know that I'll really need any money in Senegal like that, because I don't plan to be in Senegal all that long. I'm just kind of organic about that. I just figure you're gonna be there, you should experience it. But I could always come back to Senegal from Gambia. It's not, I mean, but what I'm trying to get to say is that whether it's Senegal or Gambia or any African country, once you change the money over, you're going to have way more money now, physically more money, because of the exchange rate. So physically, like, I wouldn't walk around here in America with a wad of money. I wouldn't walk around there, certainly, like that, you know. So I don't, you know, but I'm just trying to say that that's one thing I've not reconciled. How do I get money comfortably from America to Gambia? That's one. Number two, and this is where, again, where Sister Amina comes in, and there's also some other people that I've been reaching out to. There are two couples, and another brother. But I think that I'm gonna add to that potentially Aisha's husband, because he has family in the Gambia. What I'm trying to get to say is that I just need somebody to help me find a place. You know, like, I'm looking at places, but again, goes back to what I was saying earlier. I don't know where stuff is in relation to stuff. So once, like, I know some of the various cities in Gambia, but I don't know what their proximity is to each other. I don't know. So, I don't know. You know, and I don't expect that to be a long process so much. I mean, like, I'll know it when I see it. Like, I know what's acceptable to me. you know. And at the end of the day, price is everything for me in life. I live that way anyway. From a place to live to ketchup, you know. I go in the store and go, lowest, 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 lowest. That's my ketchup. Whatever that brand is, that's the ketchup, you know. So I'm no different with anything like this. So, um, you know, as long as it's, I just need something because I won't have a car. And so as long as I'm able to get to, uh, I'm in walking distance of a mosque, which they're plentiful. That's requirement one. Requirement two is that there's a market that's near me. Not like a supermarket, grocery store type thing, just a market where I can buy either street food and I can also get fresh food, you know, like meat that's just been slaughtered, fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, herbs, and things like that. Um, you know, if I have affordable, nice place to live, furnished, because I can't have a place that's not furnished because here we have U-Haul. So if I move to Atlanta right now, I go see an empty apartment, it's going to be the same process there as it would be here. I go look at a furniture store. I want this. Do y'all deliver? Okay, then deliver to this. Oh, y'all don't deliver? All right, let me go get me a U-Haul. And I go get the bitch, I pick it up, and I take the shit to my crib. You know, but then I know where hardware stores are to put up drapes and, you know, all that kind of stuff and pictures. And so I just going to have to be someplace that's furnished. It's going to have to be furnished or lightly furnished or something like that. You know, it's going to have to be something that has something already. Certainly a bed at the very least. I wouldn't be against the floor, but most places in Africa do not have carpet. Like, carpet is a natural thing in most places here in America. I don't really see carpeted places in Africa, and I've looked at many hundreds of places across the continent, the various countries I've looked at when I was looking at different places and potential countries and things like that. I wanted to know what the style of living was, what's the decor, what's the architecture and things like that. I don't see no carpet. I don't see it. You see an area rug that somebody bought and threw someplace or something like that, but that's as extensive as it gets. There's no wall-to-wall carpeting. I've yet to see it. Not saying it doesn't exist. I ain't seen it. And so I won't have the option of sleeping on the floor because, you know, and then I have an air mattress, but then that's more luggage. And I've never been one to travel with a lot of stuff, even when I just travel domestically. I'm just not that dude. I have friends that will take the kitchen sink. I'm not doing that. Like, I don't need a lot of stuff, and I've even limited myself to one bag that rolls behind me and a backpack. That's it. That's it. That's it. If it don't fit in that bag or that backpack, it's not that. Then I don't need it. You know, because I don't need to take a bunch of clothes. A lot of stuff that I wear here, I'm never gonna wear again. I'm in an Islamic country. I only need to wear my traditional clothing all the time, all day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's it. I'm never wearing shit else. I don't have any need to. So I don't need a bunch of shoes. Here I got Timbs. I'm never gonna wear those again, probably. I'm gonna be living in Africa. Not saying they don't wear Timberlands in Africa and jeans and bubble coats and shit, but I just don't see me expressing that, you know. And there's not the weather there that there is here, you know. There's a rain season, but the time that I'm going, that's actually the mild season in most of West Africa, not just the Gambia and Senegal, but most of West Africa. November to March is the mild season. Like, it's not as hot, the rain season is over, and it's like this is when you could just really chill. So it's a good entry time for me into the continent. Um, so like I said, I don't need clothes. I don't have a lot of electronics. I don't have a lot of stuff that I have to take with me. You know, I don't need stuff. So it's about getting that place to stay that's near a mosque and a market, and how to get my money to Africa. Because then I have a foundation, I have a place to live, and I got someplace to go. And then everything else can build from there. Because when you go to any new place, building is daily. You're at the market today, you meet someone. Relationships begin to grow out. Before you know it, you know 2 people, you know 3 people. In a while, you know 10 people. Pretty soon, you know 50 people. You know different places, and you can navigate different places and things like that. I do intend to take, I'm saying at least 2, but it could be 4. At least a couple months to just fucking detox. That's it. Just feel the vibration of the continent. Don't stress myself out. Learn the rhythm. And, you know, this sister I told you that I was listening to yesterday, I think it was, or the day before, one of the things that she was saying in this interview that the brother was doing with her, it was a good interview. And he was a good interviewer, and she was a good subject. But she was saying, you know, when he was at the end, he was like, you know, what would you say to people? What advice would you give to people who want to come? You know, and one of the things she was saying is, she was like, a lot of people want to hit the ground running and doing a bunch of stuff. But I'm already in that hit space. Don't do that. So I appreciate when she said she wasn't in that space either. She just took a few months to just detox. She literally used the word detox. It's the same word I'm using, you know. And, yeah, because a lot of people that go, they have these grandiose, and I'm not mad at them because it is awesome. I'm not mad at them because that's just their way of doing stuff. That's fine. And then, you know, some people are really headlong and headstrong because they didn't have certain things here. Even this sister, you know, she's saying she's finally breaking a generational curse because nobody in her family has ever owned land. She now owns land in Ghana. She's in Ghana. And not only she never owned land, she doesn't know anybody's even owned any land, you know. Nobody in her family's ever owned land. And she was talking about things like that. And some people are here for that. You know, they want to go there and they want to immediately start a business. They were already in that mode here. So it's just kind of like, I'm still in that mode and I'm just switching location and still going with that. So that's kind of the trajectory that they're on. I'm just worn the fuck down, dude. I need to just chill. Just chill. I'm excited to see people and get to know people and all that stuff. But I think I just don't want to see anybody for a while. I just need to gather me, man, because there's things that I just need. I would need to be reconciling and reckoning, even if I was just here. So I definitely need that time to to do that. You know, I will be recording and all of that. When will I share those initial things? I don't know. It's not gonna be like, well, let me get there and record and upload this tonight. I don't know because I know what my internet connection is gonna be. I don't know any of that. You know, I'm intending to take my computer tower, but I after I get a monitor, you know, I have to get another television when I get there. You know, and so I don't know. Once I leave here in November, I don't know, after 8th November, I don't know when we will see each other, the first time we will see each other. As soon as as soon as I can, I would. You know, I can tell you that certainly once I have a layover in JFK, a long layover, because I arrive at JFK at well, on the original schedule I was arriving at JFK at like 5 a.m. or something, and I'm there until 7 at night. So, and there is a musalla at the JFK. They have a prayer room for Muslims at JFK. In fact, I saved that picture someplace. I was going to show it to you because I mentioned it before to you in the past in a different context. And but you know, I'm sure there's Wi-Fi at JFK. Like if there's not Wi-Fi at JFK, there's no need to live. And so that would be a great way for me to fill up my layover time, is to be on here yakking with you, you know, live streaming from JFK, And then, like I say, once I leave JFK, I don't know when I will be communicating again based on where I'm at and what I'm doing and all that stuff. I don't know, you know. But I will be recording and filming because that's essential. It's important for me that you see my, at least my arrival. You have to see that. You have to see any of the critical stuff on this end, going through customs. I don't know if I go through customs at LA or if I go through customs at JFK. I don't know, because it's considered an international schedule from LA, period. Doesn't matter if you're laying over in JFK, it's an international schedule. So you need to see that process as much as I'm allowed to film, or if there's any bullshit with that, I don't know. But yeah, you need to be able to see that so you can understand what the experience is going to be, as far, because as what does that mean to go through customs? What does that mean? And certainly my arrival, because you go through customs again when in Senegal. And then whatever I'm doing in Senegal, that will be cursory stuff. If I can get that, I get it. The critical stuff has to be gotten. Because again, it's about that stepping stair for you to be able to step across the pond after me. I know what I'm going to do. I got to do this first. I've had a lot of you guys tell me, Jedi, I've already sent off my passport. Some people have gotten their passports. I'm so proud for you guys. And so all you'll have to do, whether you're moving or visiting, and it doesn't have to be to the Gambia, just any country you're going to go to, you can just follow the footsteps. And then it won't be a blind spot for you, you know. You'll know what you're doing. You'll know. So, oh, watch it be on the damn tablet. Let me look over here. Let me see. What would that be? It'd be probably a screenshot. And let me see who's here too. Let me see if I can find this picture first. It's just a good piece of information for you. Because when I've spoken about it before, I've mentioned to you that for all the shit they talk about Islam, and even at the height of 9/11 and all the bullshit, but there's a prayer room for Muslims at JFK. Okay, so we're so bad that you have to give us a prayer room at JFK. That's how dangerous we are, that you have to give us a prayer room at JFK. So, because what I do for people that are dangerous in my life is I give them a prayer room. That's what I've always done. So, I mean, I guess they're just keeping up with my model. And it's just, I think it could be on here. It's going to be a screenshot because I would have taken it from something. It could be Bluetooth, damn it, Jedi. You could have sent it. It could have been that, but you could have sent it. Oh, the blood of Jesus. Well, it's not Bluetooth on here. It's got to be screenshot of Bluetooth. It just has to be. What the fuck? Yeah, I can't find it. Aha! Subhanallah. Receive a file. Okay, it's going. And then I'll bring you over so you could see it. Everybody. Let me find it. What was it in the screen? It's a Bluetooth. No, I just sent it Bluetooth. What's the original file, Jedi? A Bluetooth. No, wait. A screenshot. So let's go in alphabetical order. Screenshot. There it is. Open with photos as it were. It's a lot of production just show one damn picture. I can't. Hopefully I'm not in the way. Bingo. You see right here, 1, 2, 3, fourth one down. Prayer room. And you see it has the image of the mosque. Just trying to tell you. Also, while I'm pulling things up, well, first let me come to y'all. Where is that? That's gotta be in videos. Okay, is that the one? I think that's the one. I want to go there. Yeah. But I don't know if this is the original or is that the edited one. Okay, let me come to y'all. So I want to shout out Andrea Smith. I see you, girl. And also, I know that I have a million texts from a bunch of people, y'all. My phone was just going off. And I didn't look at it. And I purposely didn't do that because I didn't want anything to catch my attention that I would need to address or something. Like I need to do this today. Let me do this. And so then I'll see whatever it is. Black Beauty, always a big shout out to you. There was something I was supposed to say to you, Black Beauty, or something I answered. I can't remember, but shout out to you. So you could hear the rain, Andrea. CJ Stevenson, a big shout out to you. Link 11, Jedi, long time, my friend. Been going through some life changes and relocating. It's been a while. Seems I've been around. Since I've been around, my apologies. but I wish you nothing but the best. I appreciate that. Jada Frazier. Subhanallah. Jada. Jada Frazier. Shout out to you, girl. Hey, big bro. What's up, baby sis? Great to see you. Yes, the Gambia. Man. Jada, damn it. Wow. It's so good to see you. I don't have any words. I'm so glad to see you, and I'm so mad that I won't get a chance to see you before I leave. That's the most frustrating thing about this too, man. Like, but what I know for sure, everybody, one of the things I know for sure, what my life has taught me up to this moment that I'm sitting in front of you now, because I don't want you to make the same mistake I've made. But you have to strike a balance, because it's one thing to give of yourself, and you should in life. You know, don't give in to the selfish crowd that's self-absorbed. Don't do that. But you can go too far in the other direction too, you know. And for me, this time is for me. This time is for me. This time is for me. And, you know, the other part of the update is my sister you all know that whole debacle that went on. Maybe that's the edited one. I'm gonna have to pull up both of these. Damn. Anyway, she got married, fine, it's whatever, nobody cares. Anyways, okay, which one did I pull? And no, what did you open it with? This is photos. No, that's TV and movie. So now you need to open up this one with photos, and you'll have both of them, because you know which one is which. I think that first one is the original one, because that one's only 30 minutes, and this one's saying an hour plus. I'm over it. But anyway, she got married, fine, it's whatever, nobody cares. Anyways, and then now she was supposed to go back to Nigeria in August, but something happened in her schedule or whatever, and she is not going back. Let me just scan this, because I don't see this. Oh yeah, okay, that's the edited one.
But I am under a lot of pressure.
Wow, I look really good right there.
You know.
I'm not even gonna show y'all, because I look like such bullshit now. You'd be like, yeah, you look like bullshit Jedi. Wow, subhanallah. I look really good right there. Maybe I'll look back at this and go, I didn't think so. Whatever. Is this the one that's 30 minutes? So that crashed and burned. So, okay, you already opened this one. You're about to reopen it. Don't do it. But that didn't happen. She was supposed to go back in August. It didn't happen. So now she has another ticket. So I should come with you. How about if we went to Gambia together? So we're back to that again, like we were back in 2015. Why don't we just move there together? So I don't have a lot of faith in that. It would be a beautiful thing, but I mention that because of what I'm saying to you now. This time is for me. I have to live for me, but most of all, I cannot waste my time on anything or anyone that's not serious about what they're doing in life. I can't do it no more. My cup runneth over. I'm done. And this is too important, and it's so life-changing that it's no room for anything that's not pleasing to me. You know? Just no room for that at all. This was the video. I thought it'd be apropos that we should just see this link you said, Jedi, I shared with my mother before she passed this year. Oh, subhanallah, about great people like you and what I also want to do. She said, leave. She said, leave and understand why. You will carry too many of us in spirit as one. You will carry so many of. You will carry so many of us in spirit as one. Those are wise words. Yeah. Um, you know, I always preach to you, you only get one arc. You know, that's it. There's no do-overs. We're not coming back. We're not doing this again. It's a wrap. And that's a reality. So it's important that you strike that balance. I've done enough, you know, and I want to have, I want to be able to have a fulfilling rest of my life. Um, that I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be, that I'm contributing in some way, that I am making wherever I'm at better or enriching it in some way. Um, we don't know if he's moving yet, Jada. But there's no reason for him to be here now. There just isn't. And yeah, I'm gonna find some time to call you so I can give you the deets. Um, but you know, I'm hoping that well, let me finish what I was saying first. To say that you know, I want to have a fulfilling next portion of my life and be enriched and fulfilled in that. That doesn't take a lot for me because I'm low maintenance and I don't really require a lot for happiness, just overall general happiness. I don't need a lot, so I'm fine. Um, and so one of the things that's important to me and has been important to me since I even started talking about this was that I can, even if my people don't come, I know that I did what I could do to lay the path for others to come behind me. That's contentment. That's it. When somebody else just even, they go to another country, they go to Zimbabwe, they go to Tanzania, they go to Egypt, they go to, you know, wherever. And just that they were able to use my model, that's everything, you know, that's everything. I will suggest to anybody who is interested in going to the continent that you, every single day, you should be learning something new about wherever it is you think you want to go. First, you should be learning about where you should be trying to figure out where you want to go. That's the first thing. Figure out where you want to go. And that means you're going to have to sit, like I did over the years, and you have to learn about countries in Africa. Whittle it down to what you know you're not interested in. Like I didn't need to do any work on South Africa because I'm not interested in South Africa at fucking all. Not interested, not interested. Other than maybe go there and join the EFF and help to tear some shit up, that would be great. Other than that, just not really needing South Africa. Just not really needing it. You feel me? And so you whittle it down to what you don't think you want to, like I know I don't want to live in Egypt. I don't want to live in South Africa. I'm not interested in any African country that's not mostly black African, you see. I'm not interested in being where there's Arabs or where there's any other people that I have to look at other than this. That's it. I don't want to see nobody else. Least of all, white people. You understand? So that was important for me. And language. Senegal was on the table at one point, but because they speak French, I'm over it. And because it's also a francophone country, France is one of the 15 countries that France is still over and still colonizing. Not interested. I'm already an angry black man coming from here. I'm gonna live in a country where I know the white devil is over it. No, we're not doing that. So that whittled down a lot of countries for me, you know. And but I'm just trying to say, so you you whittle it down what you don't want, and then you start looking at countries that you do like, or what you kind of like, you think you might like. Gambia was one of the very first countries I looked at, just chance by chance. Don't know why, but it was early on. It was one of the earliest countries I looked at was Gambia, and it was also exciting for me to be able to even have the option of having countries that had large Muslim populations, even if they weren't fully a Muslim country. You know, Nigeria has a large Muslim population in the northern region. Ghana has, but it's just because they're in the north that doesn't mean that they're scattered throughout. Like even in Nigeria, they leave half of the seats, just like we have 535 members of Congress. That means half of that would be left for you can only have Muslims. They do that in Nigeria. I love that. I love that. Like Islam, the Muslims will be part of this, you know. And so for me, like I say, it's exciting for me to be able to live in a Muslim country that is not Arab. You know, I want to see how do my brothers and sisters express Islam? How? How? You know? Um, so you whittle it down to what you don't want, what you do want, as far as the country. Then once you've got your country or countries plural, then you start whittling those down to the one. You got to do everything. You got to know what the weather is. What's the government? What's its GDP? What's their major import or export? How does the country support itself? What is it known for? What's its history? You know, is it still colonized or not? You know, what's the language? What's the currency? What's the exchange rate on the currency? You know, if you're a parent, you want to know about education in schools and, you know, the language and, you know, what's their rate of growth? Are they growing? Who's the president? When did that person come into office? But that's going to be a part of what the history of the country is. But where are they at now? What atmosphere are you coming into? Is there unrest? You know, what's their relationship to the fucking West? That's very important to me, you know. And, you know, what's the cost of living? You know, and then you start to, with the advent of technology now and the internet, you don't just have to imagine a lot of stuff. You can get online and you can look at these places. Look at them. And for me, when I'm looking at a country, so when I see somebody being interviewed, I'm looking behind them at the beach. The chick I was telling about earlier that I was watching yesterday, the day before, I think I seen a white devil on the beach. Didn't appreciate it. They're up somewhere and the beach is behind them, but it's in the distance. But I got my magnifying glass. And I think I seen a white devil. That's important to me. That's important to me. Because remember, this is also about detoxing. And I can't detox if I'm going to see these people. I won't be able to do it. I won't be able to. My fury and rage will just come back. I'm over it. You know, the walls are closing in, you know. There's an urgency about Africa, everybody, because, you know, the last thing they want is for you and I going there and making it more difficult for them to articulate their evil upon the continent and to take advantage of it, you know. So I also have to be a missionary in my journey to try to be as loud as I can to say, you need to not have shit to do with America or white people. and here's their resume, and here's why. It's too critical. It's too critical because they don't want our potential merging with the African. We're going past each other literally in the sky. They're coming here thinking this is literally the land of milk and honey. I'm not exaggerating. They literally think this is the land of milk and honey, and this is the greatest place on earth to live. The brother that was doing this interview I'm telling you about, he literally, matter of fact, let me see if I can just pull that up. He literally said to the sister, we think that the sister was saying, everybody don't have Beyonce money. He was like, we think that. Then there was another interview he was doing with a brother, and he was like, the brother was saying, he was like, we have a lot of poor people in America. He goes, we're not able to process that. They just don't imagine that there would be, how could there be poor people in America? That's like, it's like you're telling me there's roaches in paradise. It just wouldn't, so the mind fuck that has been done to them and to us, we're making major inroads. We are. I'm encouraged by a lot. But there's still a lot of work to be done. A lot. And the biggest lift is always changing minds. You got to change the perspective to change the character and the behavior. How do you understand and see? Then you'll move thusly, So they can imagine, why would you come from America? How could this be? We're going to something because we see their value. We see the value of being there. The peace, the serenity, the real freedom. No more white devils. No more. Don't gotta deal with them. But there needs to be an active effort by African countries to keep white people out, because that is our current and historical enemy. You understand? You think I just brought you, what was it, a few weeks ago, the 100-and-something-year-old Nazi guy who they just put in jail for shit he did during the Holocaust. A Holocaust, because ours is also a Holocaust, bitch, that is still ongoing. Let's be very clear. But you think they'll just welcome him? You think he can get a visa to Israel? Think he'll just let him and his family and all of his lineage just come in? Think they'll do that? They won't. And they'll be supported, and they're saying no. Just like they even it don't have to be the Nazis. They still control how many even Ethiopians can come, or black Africans can come to the fucking shit stain place. So we're well within our right on our content to say no white people right here. We have to get to that. The whole continent, all 54 countries, need to get to that. You might be able to come after we figure it out or decide whether or not. Maybe you can come for a visit for a couple weeks, but that's it. You must be out of the country in 14 days. That's it. You must. We must. So we need to protect it, and there's more passion rising up from the young crowd, because they're saying that it is the older class that's keeping a lot of these policies and shit that have been suppressing Africa and keeping it from really thriving. It's just one nigga ass dude that's getting rich and living in big mansions on every fucking continent and shit. And you ain't doing nothing for the people. When we walk in, we have the resources literally under our feet that we're walking on. Nah. Just saw a guy, he's from Ghana, came to America, went back to Ghana, or was it Gambia? One of them. And he started a coconut juice company. He's getting all of his materials, the jar he puts in, the lid, the machine, from China. China's bitch ass gotta go. They gotta go. And they are also our enemy, because the way we have nothing but bad record from them in every country in Africa where they're at, We're nothing but shitty stories. So the Asians, the Chinese, I guess it's the Chinese, whatever East, take your shit. You see? But we come with a fire. I do. I'm a fire breathing dragon no matter where I exist. So you need that to provoke that in others. Because some people have a flame, but they don't express it until somebody else does it. Like, yeah, I'm a motherfucker too, like that type thing. And somebody needs to be the provocateur of that, to bring that flame to life, make it active, like Julius Malema has done in South Africa with the EFF. They are a force to be reckoned with. Um, wow, I just was watching something on him the other day. Uh, I don't know what the context of it was. I don't know if it was one of their meetings or was it I'm not really understanding. But there they are all in their red shirts and their berets, And one sister stepped to the mic and was saying something, and he goes, no, wait, fighters. Wait, we will only have this group to come up, and the others can sit back down, and then you will come up after the first group is up, fighters. And it was just like all very, like, running shit. It's nothing. We do this. We running it. It's nothing. We're the EFF. Don't fuck with us. But, like, that we need that. The revolutionary movements across the continent to exterminate and to evacuate all poisonous individuals on the continent that are there to rape and pillage. We're even having a baby mama issue now that has not been a thing in Africa, because why these sisters would give it up to some Asian dude with nothing but pubic hair, I don't know, but they're doing it. And so they skate out, and then they leave a sister with a baby, and there it is. So yeah, I really don't like these people either. I used to at least respect their culture, but I'm just kind of over their bitch asses too, and they need to go. They just need to. They just need to. Let me just play a little bit of this for anyone who didn't see it. Link, you say thank you for your wisdom and inspiration on this journey, this life. Amen. Amen. Is there any way we can call you before you leave your phone, if possible? If not, I understand. Yes, you follow me on Instagram and you just send me your phone number and all that stuff over there, and then and also make sure that you download WhatsApp onto your phone, because that's what I was saying at the beginning of the stream, that I was reminding my people yet again that, because I have a lot of people I communicate with in Africa now, and people here even that are on WhatsApp. So you need to be on WhatsApp, because that's how you call. That's been a major blessing for me, because I remember a time when there was long distance calling. Okay, I wasn't born yet, I don't think, but I may have heard about it. Fine, I was here. Anyways, but you had to pay a lot. Like, people, it was so bad that people come to your house, you would make sure your phone was put away. Sometimes you unplug the phone and put it in another room. Don't use my phone, because some people come to your house and low-key make a long distance call, and you get a bill for $5,000. Now I can call, tick, 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 and speak to my brother in Senegal, or Nigeria, or Gambia, or Tanzania, or Ghana. It doesn't matter. And it's as if I'm calling my next door neighbor. That's the shit right there. That's the shit right there. I'm just gonna play a little bit of this, because this was the setting it off point, if you will. I had gone. The winds of change were on me, and I'm way too big in this frame. Hold up, let me shrink me, y'all. How can I do this? It's fine. Whatever. The winds of change were on me. I was in a very emotional place. Probably not even just that week, but probably the last couple weeks of this. And I had been crying. It was so on me. I was in one of my energy days where it's just I'm carrying a lot of energy, and it's just, I can't define it, and it's just, this is one of those days, man. And I had to leave to go to the pharmacy. And, oh, before I left, I had also been watching, this journey had led me to these brothers that were here in America. They're Nigerian and Ghanaian and something else. They're all executives and professionals. They're on their couture suits and all of it. And they were talking about the relationship between Africans and African Americans. And I'd also been watching this brother named Aban, or Aban Video Man, and he was saying Africans have to get out of here. This was right around the Mike Brown time, all of that, set the atmospherics for you. I was living at the apartment I lived before this one. And I just was in a place, and I left to go to the pharmacy. I went to one, they didn't have the medication. I went to another one, and I'm waiting. And then when I get up there, the white lady is going to help me, but I see the brother go past. I hear his accent, and I see his name. And I was almost to tears then, and there they were starting to come. And I said, Seth. And he turned around, yes, how can I help you? Oh. It was everything, man. It was everything. I said, where are you from? Why do you ask where am I from? I'll just let you hear me say it. But that started it, you know, and I didn't know anything about GoFundMe or any of that shit, you know. I didn't have a plan or anything. I just knew I needed to start formulating some way to get the hell up out of here, you know. And this is what came out of me that day. So when I spoke to Seth, and he was saying, maybe you should go and visit. I go, everybody's telling me to go visit. I don't want to visit. I want to go home. And so I was to tears speaking to him. And then I thought I had dried out by the time I drove back home. And I sat down, and this is what came out of me.
What's up, everybody?
Oh,
This
shut
is
up,
the
Jedi. We
Jedi.
don't hear you. All right, let me
In my last live stream, which is the last video,
strike that. Let's just get to where I'm not yakking. There we are. And look, you can already tell right there, I've been crying. I'm not one of these people who, when I cry, I can like, oh no, I wasn't crying. I can't get away with it.
then
These people who, and in fact, I think I say that in this video.
and I'll see you soon.
What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. Yeah, I'm real clear. You know, I'm one of these. I'm just real clear that I'm not ever letting this grow in again. That thing. I'm just real clear. Just real clear. Just real clear. People, I'm not able to hide when I cry. My face shows it. I love when I see a beautiful woman. I don't love it, but I love it, and it breaks my heart at the same time. When I see a beautiful woman or even a child who cries, but their expression doesn't change. You see their sadness, but you see their tears come out, and like their eyes don't get red, and they don't get the ugly face, and all of that. Why I'm mentioning that to you is because I hope I don't cry in this video, but I just finished watching several videos. I had a new subscriber to my channel. By the way, an African brother named Aban. Aban the Video Man. Aban. By the way, I'm 21 there, and I'm 21 here. Aban Video Man.
I'm assuming Aban is his first name. And I watched several of his videos and the things he was saying, and my heart broke. He's African. You could hear, you have to really listen to him closely because his accent is so thick. And then, you know, the universe works in crazy ways, especially with my life, because I live so close to the universe. And then I had to go out. One of the things I had to do, I had to go to the pharmacy. And I still had Aban in my mind. And then I go into the pharmacy because they didn't have my medication at one pharmacy. I had to go to another one. And I noticed immediately there was two black brothers that worked behind the thing, you know. When I see my own, I'm, you know. And then I heard the brother speak. And he was African. His name was Seth. And I listened to him and I was almost to tears then. Remember, I've got Aban in my mind. And I said, Seth. He had started walking to the other end. The lady was helping me. And I said, Seth. And he turns around, yes, how can I help you? I said, where are you from? He said, why do you ask where am I from? I said, because I hear it. I hear it. And the sound of your voice sings to my soul. Where are you from, brother? Where you from? So he teased me a little bit. He goes, you know that thing, the Katrina in New Orleans? I came from the Katrina. I go, no, you didn't. Where on the motherland are you from? So finally he told me he was from Nigeria. And I told him, I says, I want to go home. You know, and we began to talk, and he was saying, you know, everybody keeps telling me this, you know, you should go visit, you should go visit. I don't want to visit. I don't want to visit. I want to go. And I even started crying in the damn pharmacy because I was saying to him, I'm tired of Africa being some place that is distant. I'm not going to edit this. I'm not. I'm tired of Africa being someplace distant. Some mysterious place that people talk about. I want to go there. I don't want to visit. I want to go home. And I don't think that my soul will ever be seated until I do that. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. I have too much in me. It's too on the surface for me. It's not something that's just like in the back of my mind. It's right up front, you know? And then I came back home. And I just had him hit the sound of his voice in my head. Just how I would sound like that. I would sound like that if it wasn't for the crime of bringing my people here in chains. I would sound like that. We would speak the same language. You understand? And I could kick myself because when I lived, for a portion of the time that I lived in Maryland, I lived in Maryland for many years. But part of the time that I was there, I told you guys before, I managed a Taco Bell. And one of the guys that worked with me, one of my co-managers, was named Kofi. Kofi Ohini Okai. And all the years that we worked side by side, I never asked him anything about Africa. I didn't do that. I wasn't in that space. I was dealing with life, and just you're in the rat race. And it was such a missed opportunity because we were so close. And I love Kofi. I hate we lost contact. I love him. But anyway, then I came back home. And there was one video of Aban that I hadn't finished watching, and I needed to finish watching it. But off to the right, there was another video. And there was some brothers. I'm going to put links to those at the bottom of this video. There were some brothers that were sitting. There's 4 African brothers. The name of the video was called, I don't know, Africans and African Americans. Or African Americans versus Africans, or something like that. And, oh, this is what made me do this video. Because first they were telling about their experiences of how, being here in America, as soon as black people find out that they're from Africa, they don't have anything to do with them. Or they don't embrace them. Oh, what, you from Africa? And then they just kind of like treat them as other. I know my people do that. I do. I know my people do that. And it's a shame. Because I have the exact opposite reaction. When I know someone's from Africa, I think that is my true essence self right there. I want to just embrace them. That's the closest I'm going to get, It's like me, my mother died when I was 6 months old. And I spent the first year of my life in the hospital. I've shared that with you guys. And I would give anything to know anything. I've seen pictures, but just to have her walk past me and her wind follow her would be enough for me, That would be enough. But that's kind of how I feel about this. When I meet somebody or see somebody that's from Africa, I just want to be around them, be in their space, and just whatever is going to come out, I want to pick it up. But anyways, this video, the brothers were talking about their various experiences. And then the part that sent me was when one of the brothers first, he was the first one that said, one of them said, I didn't even know about the African American story until I came to America. There was 4 of them sitting there. But then all the other ones start going, I didn't either, I didn't either. How didn't they know? Why didn't they know? You see? Because you see, the white man has made a concerted effort to keep us all divided so that we don't long for where we live. That's why you got to watch those videos by Aban. I brought you guys a video a while back called The Africa That the White Media Doesn't Show. I know what Africa really is. Only 1% of the country, of the continent, is that shit they show on CNN and fucking MSNBC and bullshit. The white man is the devil, everybody. It is the devil. That's why I preach at my people so much about that Christian bullshit. Because you wrapped up in his fucking religion. I don't give a damn what you think about Jesus. You fucked up with his religion. You just are. You just are. It's another tool This is 2015 that these brothers made this video. That's this year. And they're sitting on camera saying they didn't know the African American story. They didn't know it. Just like you're programmed not to think or want to desire anything about Africa. Meanwhile, the white man goes there. Go watch Aban's videos. He tells you about how they're all coming to fucking Africa. They tell us, oh, we're going to teach them computers, but they're going there to learn from them, and they're taking fucking notes. See? Because they want to have some place to go and conquer after they leave this bitch. And they're laying the groundwork for that shit right now. But Aban is pleading with us in his videos. Start to know Africans. And that's what I'm pleading to my people in this video. I don't care where you live, or what the fuck you do, or who you know. When you need to start seeking out where the Africans are, where you live, and you need to go and tell them, I need to come and conversate with you. I came to reach out to you. I need to just hear you. And then all of them were saying, all the brothers sitting on that couch I'm telling you about in that other video. You'll see the link. The one that was moderating said, he goes, just like us, we all are given the name of a king. They're all of them, their first name is the name of some king in Africa that lived. He said, we all are royalty. But they never compete against each other. They only compete against their father. Because it is ordained that you're supposed to be better than your father. I really went into tears when they said that. Because I am better than my father. I am better than him. I'm better than him. But that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm not saying he was a bad person. Just he wasn't as good as me. But then my offspring should be better than me. You know? That's the way it's supposed to be. And they tell you in Africa, you will be excellent. You will be smart. You will be X, Y, and Z. Do you understand that if you go to a university in Nigeria, you automatically get accepted to any university here in America? They see a Nigerian last name, that's it. Because we have always had the superior institutions. It's not fucking Harvard. It's not Yale. It's not Columbia. It's not any of that bullshit. It's fucking Africa, bitch. Oh yeah, it's Africa. All right, and they know it. And so they just shoo you in. Oh, you're in. You're from Nigeria, you're in. I cite for you. When I covered one of the Ebola stories, one of the damn institutions had put out a press release saying they weren't going to be accepting anybody else from Nigeria because of the Ebola scare. Remember? So that's how you compare knowledge. Ha ha, that piece of the puzzle now fits. He spoke it, that's truth now. Those two pieces go together. Independent sources, at different times, different people. One. See? So, our whole way that we think about education, we're not the people that we were. And when I look at those brothers, I just want to just hold them. I want to sit in a room with them. I don't want to leave their side. Wherever they go, I want to go with them. You know? You're going to the kitchen? Okay, I'm coming with you. Let me just see how you walk to the kitchen. Because I see my essence in them. That's who I would be. That's who I would be. If not for the crime. If not for the crime. So, I just wanted to say, I really wanted to do this video because I just had a lot of emotion on my soul. But I want to say to my people that are watching this, watch those two links that I'm putting. No, you know what? I'm putting the videos up in the corner up here. That white bubble, that white little circle with the exclamation, click on that. It'll drop down, you'll see the two videos. You can just click on one of them, and or both of them, whatever, you know what I mean? Gone are the days of links. They're gone. I'm going to put those in there, and I want you to watch those, everybody. and I want you to watch them, but I also want you, and then you know how YouTube, you see other stuff on the right, you can just start watching that too. But I want you to watch those things, and I want you to make a commitment to get to know Africans and embrace them. They talk about that in that video too. So my African contingency that we spoke months ago, but I'm always busy, but I was busy, and certainly with, you know, outside of my YouTube stuff, but then on YouTube I'm busy and I have to prioritize what I'm going to do when I'm on YouTube.
That's enough of that, dude. But I didn't know I was gonna play that um until I said it. But that's the value of that is just for those of you who don't know that exists. It's here on the channel. But it's just to put it in context, you know, of where this sort of began for me. So that you can appreciate the fullness of my journey as it is now, you know. What you don't know about that video is that I so desperately wanted to go into the cry. I just was trying to control myself to be able to speak. I was so emotional, so emotional, so emotional. I remember the energy of that, even watching it, you know. And that's a proclamation. And obviously at that time I didn't have a country, I didn't have a plan, I didn't have a plane ticket, I had no contacts, I had nothing, you know. But I'm even more convicted today than I was then, because what people don't understand, I've been trying to be the warner, is that America is in decline. And the true savage nature that I have been privy to know about white people since I was very young, because my parents rang the bell for me, that's coming more and more on the surface, where even the blind can see it. So this is not a place for African people. And as I said to you in one of our recent gatherings here on this channel, I've been also tried to share with you my woe. You know, I'm articulating my stress levels to you, and you know, the doubt and the angst and the nerves and all of that, because I need you to know that. You know, I don't want to romanticize this and make you think that this is something as if I was just moving to a new apartment 2 streets over, and it's nothing. You know, it's not that at all. But something came to me in the middle of the night, either last night or the night before. I had to remind myself, it's one earth, it's one earth, it's one earth. And that was very calming for me, because it was just like, you know, we get in such a bunch, you know, that anybody goes, forget moving, just anybody's going to out of the country, you know, and it's just like, oh, you know, well, it's not really that big of a deal. You know, if I was moving to Florida, I'm just going a little further to another town that I just haven't really lived in before. You know, it really is that basic when you really get down to it. But this simplicity can be hidden because of the logistics, and you have to have your passport, and is this visa on arrival, is it visa free, and this and the third, and it gets into plane tickets and all the shit, and it's just like, chill, just chill. You're just going to another part of the earth. That's it. Let us. This is not an intergalactic mission. You know, let's settle down. Let's just settle down. Let's just settle down. Let's just settle down. You know, and that was really helpful for me. It's so simple, but I couldn't see it in front of my face, and a lot of that is happening to me now because I have to think of everything or try to think of everything or know what I'm not thinking. You know, ooh, I didn't think of that. Or I don't know to think something, so I'm not thinking it. So I didn't take care of that. Or I didn't do that. I didn't think to ask this or say this or, you know this or that. You know, I don't have an agent. I don't have a secretary. I don't have a manager, you know. And so it can be a little overwhelming, you know, but that's why I reduced it down to the big three. Have a place to live that has the atmospherics that you need, and how you can get money from America to the country. What else do I need? You know, God love the people that have gone there with whole families, so they got way more overhead, and then on top of that, they're buying land, and they're building houses, and they're doing businesses, and they're doing it all. And that's a big undertaking. And, you know, containers are being shipped and vehicles are being shipped, and that's just way too much detail for me. I can't handle that. That's too much. I would have to have a team, you know, to undertake something like that. That's just too much for me. I can't, man. I'm just, like I say, my cup is run over. I'm just kind of over it, man. I just don't have the physical and mental energy for anything like that. I just don't have it. I don't have it. And I don't need it, you know, because I've had to start over many times in my life. And, you know, you're looking at a man who literally in my early 20s, I feel like, I was homeless. I was homeless. I was homeless. You know, it only takes a series of events, and there you are. You know, and for me, it was, I wasn't making a lot of money at that particular moment. I must not have been. Um, these damn dogs. I wasn't making a lot of money. I must not have been. And my grandma, no, this was before Gram died. Because when Gram died, the earthquake had already happened. Yeah. Earthquake was in January, Gram died in November. By the way, a little fun fact, everybody. My grandmother died on November the 4th, 1994. And several weeks ago, the inspiration came to me. Said, wonder when is November 4th this year? Because she died on a Friday. And don't you know, this year, her birthday is Friday, November 4th. But more than that, my flight out of JFK arrives in Dakar, Senegal at 8 a.m. on November 10th. We buried my grandmother at that time in 1994 on that day. I don't know what the universe is telling me with that, man. I don't know. I land at the time we were burying her in Dakar, Senegal on November 10th of this year. What are the odds of that? I don't know. I shouldn't have shared it. But I did. But anyway, The other thing that's been daunting about this trip for me is that my sense of where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing has always been very clear for me. I'm a very good student of the one that made me, and I listen. I don't ignore God. And that has been my greatest success in life, and the reason for much of my success in life. Because sometimes, well, all the time, timing is everything. That's first. But timing so specific that can only come from the divine. And I think one of the main central points of stress for me when I was so sure about Ghana, because what I know for sure is when you leap when you're not supposed to, that's when it all goes wrong on anything. You have to wait and you have to listen. Wait, wait, wait. And especially when it comes to big decisions, but you should get in the habit of doing this for even small stuff, you know. Like anybody that knows me intimately will tell you, you know, any of my friends and family, are you doing such and such? I don't know. I have to wait on the universe. I don't know. I don't know. Because what I have been afforded from my maker is an assurance. When I wait, then Allah gives me. He's already told me, you're going to do this. You're going to do X, whatever it's going to be. And we'll now wait. And so that when I step, I know there is a platform there for me. This is the first time in my life where I have been unsure-footed. Is there a ledge there? Or is there a step? You know? Everything. I thought I was out of here in 2020. Boom, pandemic in 2020. Here comes my bitch ass sister. Alright, we'll leave. What were we leaving in? Last year? I can't remember now. The time frame is all off. I have to go back and watch my own videos to learn what happened. And so that was a throwing off. Then that didn't happen. And then, you know, then there's Fauci. And I brought you guys a video where they didn't know if they were going to start, if the airlines were going to start mandating vaccine. And there was my airline sitting in the not just my airline, but my model of airplane sitting behind the picture of Fauci. And so, what does this mean? Because what you can't do is you can't get in such a hurry to do anything in life or so anxious that you run out into the traffic. You gotta wait. 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 So I've been trying to wait as best I can, but I also have a ticket that is non-refundable. So I couldn't wait on Ghana to get their mind right. I needed to go and do one of my backup countries. Boom, it's the Gambia. And Gambia is a lot like Ghana anyway. You know, it really is. I mean, most African countries are kind of the same. You know, one may have a little bit more development in their metropolitan areas than another one, something like that. But other than that, dude, they pretty much the same. If I was standing in Kenya and, you know, then I scroll the frame and I'm in Tanzania or something, or I'm in, you know, you wouldn't know. Because that's the same place, unless I tell you, or unless there's something significant about the architecture, some landmark, you wouldn't really know. And it's one of the things I really want Africans to understand about themselves, even the continental Africans, because I know a lot of y'all, you Nigerian don't recognize that this Ghanaian talks just the fuck like you and look like you. You don't see that? But you claiming all this, I'm this tribe and the shit. He just like you. Y'all just the same. You know. They can't see it. But I had to go back and say, well, did you misinterpret something? You know, no. It's an honest answer. No. And if I did, I don't know it. I've done what I know to do. Listen and wait. Listen and wait. And I've done that. So I'm not going to have anybody put something in my body. That's not an option. It's not an option at all. So that's out. It must be necessarily. And maybe that was, and you know, what I also know from my maker is that sometimes Allah has to close another door, close one door to send you in another trajectory. It's kind of like getting fired from a job. If you ever get fired from a job, or if you recently got fired from a job, or you think you're about to be fired, somebody's getting fired. Somebody's getting fired. Sit in that. Don't despair. Because if you really think about it, when were you going to leave that job if you didn't get fired? If you just ask yourself that question, even if you're in a job right now and you don't think you're going to be, you seeing your retirement and you don't think, you know, then you will stay on that trajectory. You have no intention of changing unless something else happens. And so sometimes there has to be an upset to put you on another trajectory that you wouldn't have gone on. You wouldn't have. You would not have gone on. So my trajectory was Ghana. That's an upset. Gambia. So if I read the energy over my life and the patterns and the consistency, then I say, this is somehow going to be better for me. I don't know how, but this is going to be better for me than Ghana. Because there wouldn't have been the upset. And I reconcile that with just like Allah gave you the job. And so you think, well, if I lose this job, then that means something really bad. You know? No, because it was good that Allah gave you that job. So we should also see it as good when you lose that job. It's easier said than done, I know. But you see it that way, and you go on another trajectory. So I'm just going purposefully forward, doing what I know and think to be best, not forcing any realities or destinies, moments, just and let the road lead me, you know. So I don't have a bunch of grandiose plans, you know. Even when I was, when Ghana was the destination, I never was hell-bent on, this is what I'm doing when I get there. I think that probably lasted for about 5 minutes. And then it snapped into my mind, no, you're not. You're going to get there and you're going to let it tell you what it is you're doing. That's what you want to do. So I ran my own business here for years. I don't even know if that same business model can work in anywhere in Africa, quite frankly. You know, I mean, you know, I'm sure there's some places, but you know, I don't know that. And with business, you have to know who is your customer, who is your client, who, you know. And so I would be in a better place I would be at a disadvantage anyway, because I've not been there to see what is a great idea and things like that. And I don't know if I said it in the crying video, but I think I do say it in some place in there. I don't know if I can play it long enough, I don't know, but what's still in me is that I don't go to Africa with any expectation other than just to have a roof over my head and to be able to provide for myself and live a peaceful life. no expectation at all. None. Because when you don't have any expectation, you can't be disappointed. But I also go as a student. I don't go with a sense of entitlement and I'm coming home. I'm coming home, but I'm not really coming home. For me, it's I'm making an attempt to go back into the womb, to be reborn again in this chapter of my life, to learn what it is to be an African man, how to express myself as authentically as I can as an African, to try to make up some of that ground, get back some of the essence that has been stolen and pillaged. That's my goal. And so if something else is supposed to happen, it will reveal itself, you know. One thing that's very important for me as someone who lives a righteous life as a Muslim, it's very important for me to have my brotherhood. That's so important to me, you know. I'm real big on family and loyalty, and those things come with Islam. My family has not been family, and they've not been loyal, so I have nothing to do with them. It's like the story of my life, so to speak. And currently, where I'm at now, my Muslim community, we just don't have it. Just don't have it, and that I grew up with that, both family and brotherhood, you know, community. So that's a missing thing, and I think that the fire just burns more raging in me as I've gotten more mature. You know, that's why I even mentioned in the piece there that about my mother passing away when I was just 6 months old. You know, there's that void that's there. You know, maybe what fills somebody else's void is not what fills mine. Maybe I need something else or something more, you know. What I do know about myself is that I attach to that which is real and sure, you know. And I think that's one of the things that I felt when my grandmother passed away, was without having the language for that I have now to understand it. I didn't realize at the time that part of my devastation was I had lost um, that which is real and certain. You know, my grandmother was a real and certain source of love, loyalty, and devotion to me. She lived for me, you know. And so for me to have that is important to me. And I think also, not expecting it, I've named the essentials that I need. That's it. This will be a bonus piece, what I'm saying now. Bonus piece would be I have a really, really great Muslim community, you know, and because that's where you can really build, you know, that's where you can really build. It's a beautiful thing, but yeah, that you know, and I've shared Ramadan with you all over the years. That's just one of our holy months or holidays, if you will, in Islam. And but to live in a Muslim country of Black African people, where people, like, my prayer alarm went off since after I sat down for us, the third prayer of the day. I'll make it up, inshallah. But if you're in a Muslim country, everybody knows prayer time. Everybody knows. So that will be a new experience for me, where literally stuff just stops because people are going to pray. That's everything. Definitely y'all got to see that. Here's the downfall about Gambia. I've learned that they're not real big on you filming stuff. They're not real big on that. But I think that I have the vocabulary and the finesse to be able to get the job done. Because A, I'm not NBC, I'm not CNN, I'm not MSNBC. I'm your Muslim brother. You know I'm obviously not an authentic African. I made the journey here. There are others. They must see this. They must. So they can come out of bondage. Let me film. I don't see that being a problem. You know. And one of the attributes of Gambians is I'm hearing they don't like to tell you no. They don't like to disappoint you. Most Africans don't. You know, that you say something or want something, they're probably going to try and make that happen. Or just disappear after they've, you know. But they don't want to disappoint you. Disappoint me. You feel me? Like, just keep it 100 and a buck with me. But, yeah, so as I say, I'm going to, my goal has always been, since that video till now and going forward, is to be able to show you the journey and to be able to make it as easy for you as it can be, so that you won't be sitting less than 2 months out from your trip going, I don't know how I'm going to get my money to wherever I'm going. You know, you'll know how you're going to do that, because I'm trying to lay the pathwork now by going through hell. That's what I'm doing. You feel me? Let me come to your comments and see anything that I missed, everybody. Link, you say, I'm searching for those videos and I cannot find them anywhere. Which videos? If you're talking about my old videos, you won't find them because they were the white devils. That's my intellectual property. So you want to shut down my channel and give me my shit back, bitch. You feel me? Like, you know. But so I just happen to have that one. You know, there were some scragglers, but nothing of real merit. But that one I just happen to still have, and I've put it up on this channel. And if that's what you're talking about, Simply Sandra, big shout out to you and good evening. Good to see you, Jedi King. So glad I caught you live. Finally, I sent you a message about my sister-in-law. She has been diagnosed with second-stage breast cancer on 22nd July, and I remembered about the milk. Thank you. That you talk about. But Allison reached out to me and told me it's called camel milk. Unpasteurized. First of all, don't listen to Allison. That's first. I wanted to know where I can get it for her. She is facing brutal 4 to 6 months of chemotherapy and radiation. Number one, don't start the radiation. If she hasn't, don't yet. Let us get together. You follow me on Instagram, don't you, Sandra? I'm pretty sure you do. Let's speak. And because this is everything. Let us speak. And in the meantime, I can tell you that it's camelmilkusa.com. That will give you some comfort because you can go there, your sister can go there and read about the benefit and the magic, the blessing that this is, I have phone numbers that I can communicate to you. Dr. Hinkle's number is on the site, but you can still call her, but I need to tell you how you get the milk, and I need to be able to hook you up with the guy so that you get a good price, and then the value of speaking with Dr. Hinkle, because this is her area of expertise, and then she can guide you as far as, like, when I got it, I just was drinking it, you know, and but she has a whole way that you dose it. You feel me? I think you'll be okay either way you do it, but it still be some value to for you to have that knowledge, just so you have it, you know. But yeah, but certainly, if you go there, then and I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna do it. I feel like my image is too big, but I'm too lazy to. This is Dr. Millie Hinkle. She knows it all. And she's also not just been working with the milk, she's also been doing it with, there's benefits in the camel's urine. I know that from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I mean, there's a lot of things, but she really is like, that's the chick. And I can tell you, she's gone through a lot of hardship, even financially. The last time I spoke to her, I don't want to put her business out there. I'll tell you privately, but just let's see. Let's go to testimonials. Because she also will tell you other things that you can do with the milk as well. Like, don't just have just the milk, but then you got to get rid of gluten, and you have to get rid of this and do this and this and this, and because she tells you other ways you can maximize the milk. Well, here's cancer, so we'll click on that. Okay, I know there's more posts than this. I just don't know how the site works. Categories. Well, here's one. You know, I've been contacted by several people with cancer. One man stated that he had stage 4 prostate cancer 7 years ago, and that the doctors told him there was nothing else they could do. That was stage 4, 7 years ago. He started the camel milk, and within 3 months, there was no trace of the cancer. It has been 7 years, and he's still cancer-free. An American woman called me from the Middle East, where she had gone to drink the milk for advanced breast cancer, and the cancer was gone. She said that after being on the milk for 4 weeks, there was no traces of cancer, but that she wanted to continue to drink the milk when she returned to the U.S. and was asking for help to get the milk. This will have to wait until the test kits are complete. Yeah, she was telling me something about test kits. I can't talk about it because I don't know enough about it, but that's something else. Anyways, but you saw there, even there's this lady that just like, she got a cancer diagnosis, went to the Middle East so she could get it readily. Because that was the thing that I did. When I was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2010, my father had just died the year before in 2009. And now suddenly I'm being diagnosed with prostate cancer. So I was given a miracle, but still, but I didn't know I didn't know I was going to be given a miracle. So when I got that, then of course I was closed up in my house for 4 days. Didn't do anything but read and watch and learn, and that's how I even knew about this. One of the last things that I watched, and I searched it to see if it still exists. I seen a video called Low Battery. It was a Muslim brother speaking from, I don't know what country he was in. He was a black dude. It said curing cancer with camel's milk. So, why I know I can testify about that sister that went to just go get the milk. Because then after I watch him, like, well, how do I get the milk? I know of it now. Where do you get it? And I knew enough. I have enough knowledge that I know that in America, you're going to have some issue because of FDA and pharmaceutical fucking companies. So I was panic stricken, you know. And at one point, I think I was even going to get the powdered, you know, there's some things online that sell powdered camel's milk, but it don't come out the camel like that. I don't want it. I want what Allah created. That's it. Because Allah says to mankind in the Quran and the Prophet Muhammad, Allah has said to us, He has put the cure for every single ill that will ever affect mankind. He has put the cure for it right here for us. And He's not talking about no pharmaceutical companies. You understand? And this is just one of the things, you know, because what the brother was able to break down for me is that, and why this American, and I feel her on wanting to continue to drink it. I only stopped drinking it because I started, once I made that proclamation, I want to move to Africa, then I had to start downsizing my life financially. The milk is expensive, you know, but is it? You know, I would get 25 pints, and with shipping and all that, I was just at or under $300, hovering right in that area. And they ship it frozen from the Amish farm, FedEx, you know. Sometimes I'd have to call FedEx and be like, no, you don't understand. I can't wait till tomorrow because this shit is frozen. Like, you need to get the shit here. Like, we need to, so there was, you know, I had to be my own advocate, but, I just decided to make it a natural part of what I do, you know. But I only stopped because, like I say, it just, I can't afford it. You know, you can't do everything, and this is a priority for me. So, things had to go. I'm hoping, you know, I ain't seen no camels running around the Gambia, but I do see goats. And I do not know that while it is not the same thing as camel's milk, it's definitely in that class, homie. So if I can have goat's milk, that would be great. But we need to get together, Sandra, because we can get her the milk very quickly, and they send it out when you order it. You don't pay for it until, like, they would send me the milk with the invoice, and I'd send them a money order. That was from order number 1, period. Hopefully that hasn't changed. Yeah, and then your shipping and all that stuff will be probably different based on wherever you're at in the country. I don't remember where you said you're at now. Florida? I don't remember. Anyway, but yeah, you this is what you need. This is what you need. And what I also learned is that cancer is also something that can be starved out. You know, like as I sit here now, I've told you guys about the high cholesterol diagnosis, but I also told you my PSA number is up. I haven't been to the urologist because I don't want that on me. I can't deal with that. I need to stay focused and forward on moving to Gambia. So I don't want to hear something I don't want to hear. You know, um, I just have to just trust Allah and keep it pushing. You know, um, yeah, that's just what it is. But what its magic is that it attacks the enzyme of any virus. This is what this Muslim scholar, was explaining in his video. So that you can have a bunch of things wrong with your car, but if you don't got the key, the car can't do shit. And then you think of the key as the enzyme, and the camel's milk says, no, bring your bitch ass over here. And it's for anything viral. And that's why and cancer is a virus, you know. So I've never ever, there is no false hope here. This is real. I'm telling you, because I shared with you guys that when I told you all that I don't have it now, but I had hepatitis C, which a lot of you could be walking around with hepatitis C and you don't know it. You go to the nail salon, get your nails done, you get a pedicure, they dig them instruments up under your nails, they dug it up under somebody else that's got hep C, it's been transferred to you, you don't know, it's slow moving, so you don't know. And or you go to the hair salon, you go to the barber, whatever. We're very susceptible as African people just because of our cultural habits, things that we do, you know. And so when my doctor told me, it was like, it was an outrage, like 560 billion parts per million or something like that. It was really some number that you can't even, like, what does that even mean? And I remember my doctor was, I think he was going back to India, like he was on vacation, but his assistant that was there, this particular assistant he had at the time, she had a very good bedside manner, she was very nice. And, you know, I was telling her, you know, I was preaching that I had learned about this camel's milk, you know, and I don't know if I had the milk yet. I don't remember. It's just all a blur now. But anyways, I was like, watch. So I ordered some of the milk, and obviously we didn't test me the next day. So I drank the 25 pints over the course of probably a month. And then when I saw my doctor again, we tested me again, and then it was after that or whatever, got my test results, and it was down to like 700. I mean, they were astonished. I'm like, I'm telling you about this camel's milk, doctor. I'm telling you about this camel's milk, and you're from India. You should already know this rule. So this is real. This is real. This is real. This is real. You know, and if by chance she started the chemo, one of the other things that camel's milk does, because one of my former customers they used to deal with, his wife, they were from India, and she had already started chemo. I'm like, why'd you let her start chemo? I can get you guys the milk. It's this and a third. Well, what it also does is that if you're on chemo and you start the milk, not only does it dissipate the side effects of the chemo, it assists in its effectiveness. Allah Akbar. But I say you don't need it at all. You feel me? Like, I mean, cancer is a very serious illness, and studies show that camel milk actually improves chemotherapy. treatment and reduces many of the negative side effects of the treatment. Dr. Hinkle recommends that patients go on a gluten-free, casein-free diet for a short period of time. Why wouldn't you just do it forever? For a short period of time, except for the camel milk. So we're on a gluten-free and casein-free diet except for the camel's milk. She also asked patients to avoid soy, food coloring, food additives. I lost my place. Oh, such as MSG, etc. While undergoing treatment. This enables inflammation from the food to cease. Dr. Sebi told us about inflammation. And I would join that with this, Sandra. Start drinking alkaline water, and just anything that you're going to eat, find out if it's an inflammatory food, this type thing, and just have her only just have stuff that we know is not, it just doesn't promote inflammation. Find out if it doesn't even promote inflammation, for food, for inflammation from food to cease, and the body to use its resources to try to heal itself instead of fighting the allergic reactions to food. It is very good to avoid any foods that you know you are allergic to when trying to heal the immune system, states Dr. Hinkle. There are specific nutrients that can help cancer patients while undergoing treatment. And she's talking about milk when she's talking about treatment. She's not talking about chemo, she's talking about milk that can help patients while they're undergoing treatment. And Dr. Hinkle recommends that all patients take a good quality brand of supplements that are not loaded with fillers. Many cancer patients ask about the urine antibodies. That's the camel's milk urine antibodies, as well as the milk. There is a specific protocol and dosage that must be followed, states Dr. Hinkle. Too much of the urine antibodies can become cytotoxic, and therefore she recommends each patient be tested to see the exact dosage of milk and supplement that they need. Each individual is different. So that's all fine, but again, you could still get started on the milk. It's not like it's going to harm you. Like, you could just still, you need to get the milk. Like, immediately. That's the first thing, you feel me? And when, like I say, when it comes in pints, it's frozen, I used to just, when it would come, I would put however many pints down in the refrigerator part that I knew I was going to get to immediately, and then put the rest in the freezer. It doesn't take that long to thaw out. It has a low viscosity, and it doesn't separate. That's the other thing about camel's milk. Like, you freeze regular milk, it's going to separate on you, because that's some bullshit. This is what Allah has created. There is no separation. And the taste is delicious. It's very creamy. But sometimes it's also depending on the camel as well. Like, it should be with cows. But when you get cow's milk, it's been fucking burned and pasteurized and chemicalized, and so the milk tastes the same all the time. Well, that ain't how milk really tastes. No milk on earth, period. It should have a little gaminess to it. But again, it depends on the camel. So, every once and again, I would get the aroma of like grass. Like how grass smells when it's fresh. You get that essence. But that was rare and far and few between. The milk is always delicious. And I couldn't just drink a half a pint, because when it's thawing out, when it gets to that point where it's thawed, but it's still got a little bit of crystals in it. Oh, you could feel your body just coming to life, saying thank you. Literally, I could just feel it. You could feel it. I could feel it, man. I could feel it. I could feel it, literally. So, yeah, we need to get you this milk, Sandra. We need to do that. But that is the website. Let me go back. CamelMilkUSA.com. Singular camel, not camels or apostrophes. Just Camel Milk USA. One thing, no spaces. USA.com. www, obviously, and so that your sister can at least read that. You know, that would be helpful. And yeah. Let me come back to your comments. Yeah, 4 to 6 months of chemo and radiation. Let's get the milk. Let's do that. Corindal, greetings to you. Big shout out, Jedi. Very sorry to hear about your sister's diagnosis. No, it's not me. It's Sandra's sister. Okay, Camel Milk USA. Right, I got it. All right. You say, Jedi, I'm going to send her your video so she can see it. She needs get off Taco Bell, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Wendy's, donuts. Her diet is really bad, and she knows it. Listen, this is one of the things that kills me. And not just with this, just with cancer, anything. You gotta want it, man. You gotta want it. You gotta want it. Like, Uncle, he's on high blood pressure pills and high cholesterol and all the shit. So, but he thinks it's a magic pill and he could just go and eat it. I'm not. No, you can't do that. No. This comes with work. So, this is the same. Or one of my nephews, I don't know what the fuck she is now. They might have gotten married. I haven't seen them in many years. But this time they weren't married, I guess. And you know, she's the size of a bus, but proclaiming that she wants to lose weight. I knew it was some bullshit, so I asked her one day, I go, so let me ask you this. Let's say you come across a mirage, you've been in the desert for a month, and you've had nothing to eat or drink, and you think it's a mirage, but it turns out there really is this shack that's like right there, and you walk in, there's a refrigerator in it even. Oh my God, and it works. And you open it up. There's a Pepsi, and there's the most amazing natural fruit juice ever known, like something out of paradise. The bitch didn't even breathe. I gotta have Pepsi, I gotta have that fizz. I never spoke to her ever again. That bitch. She's always gonna be that way. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want it. That told me, because before I go into her, oh, I can help you, you know, this, if you just be around me, you'll lose weight. Like, I don't care who you are. Just be around me and do what I do, and you will vanish. So it's no different with this. She has to want it. You know, she's gonna have to love life more than Taco Bell. She has to love life more than KFC. Love life more than donuts, and on and on. Like, you got to make a choice. You're gonna choose life or this bullshit. You know, and that's just the way it is. You know. And before you answer that question, remember there are people that are here that love your ass and want you here. So it's not about you and your damn KFC and your Taco Bell. It's about us also. Let her have it. You know, like, do you want to live or not? Like, when there can actually be hope, I'm over it. Like to say, this was a revolutionary breakthrough for me, because it was just like, because I just knew intuitively as a Muslim, it's got this. This can't be the end. It can't. It can't. It just can't. It's got to be something out there. And I stayed locked up in my house for 4 days, man. And I found it. I found it. I found it. You go on. You say, I thank you for taking the time to answer my question. I'm sorry I'm taking you away from your message about your trip to Africa. It doesn't matter. This is important. Can I ask one more question? How does it taste? I said it, because she is going to ask how something contact you for you can contact me in South Florida. Didn't understand what I just read. There's going to be some kind of a contact, if I understand. You're going to, do you follow me on Instagram? I think you do, but go and leave me your phone number. And then I'll send you my phone number and you can call me. And I can call you and she can call me, or I don't care, like we can talk. But this is important, you know. Andrea Smith, I want to taste. Listen, sadly with black people in general, and you heard me say this a million times, it don't have to be something medicinal. Like, you just can't tell black folks what they're about to eat to have them try something they never had. You just have to let their bitch ass sit down and eat it. This is very sad. You know, I've always been very eclectic. Again, another gift, another gift, another gift. You know, because I grew up in a house where whatever was put in front of you, that's the fuck you ate. You didn't say shit about it. You ate it. Done. And there wasn't even the option of, I don't like that, so therefore I'm not going to eat. No, you're going to eat and you're going to eat that. So that's what you're doing. So that was helpful. Number two, you know, when I was in college, one of my running buddy, Donna Jones, took me to an Ethiopian restaurant. And I had snake and didn't know it. And I loved it. You know, after I came back out here from Maryland, I went through a lot of stress, y'all, dude. Anyways, what I'm trying to get to is that I had developed hemorrhoids, and my friend that worked for the National Security Agency was coming out here for a conference and was going to be out here for a couple of weeks. And said, you could come up, you know, the agency's paying for everything, you know, come visit me, you know, at the hotel. So I went up, I'm like, I'm on my way. And she's Filipina, so she's very cultured. We went to this sushi place, some Asian, Chinese or Japanese restaurant that was near the hotel, like we could just walk. It was one of these outdoor eateries, very nice. And I eat sushi, but I hadn't had this. But I'm not squeamish and shit. So she was like, oh, this is this, and did this and that, and eat that. And I'm, okay, let me eat that. Okay. And I'm like, okay, that's good. Don't you know, by the time we got up, I had no more hemorrhoids? I swear by Allah. I don't know what the fuck I ate, but no more hemorrhoids. Done. Gone. That's a true story. 100% swear by Allah. So I offer that to say that, you know, there's so much other palate options on earth other than just the shit we eat in this nation. So many delicious things that Allah has provided on the earth that have amazing effects on the body. You know, I'm a people watcher, so I always wonder, like you see women from India, their hair always is down to their back and beyond. Latinas, down their back and beyond. Why ain't your hair down its back and beyond? Because it's something they're eating and doing that you're not doing. Because your hair will grow that long too. Something they're not doing. I look at the quality of people's skin. You know, I look at my brothers and sisters in Africa. Beautiful white teeth. Because there's no fluoride in the water. They've got a lot of these poisons that we got going on. So, of course, they have beautiful, straight, white teeth. Just white through and through. Not just like a surface white. It's like a translucent white. Just white. Beautiful. You know, I noticed even the younger boys, like adolescents, like barely teenagers, are cut for no reason at all other than the way that they live. I don't know any slackers. I haven't, I'm sure they're there, and maybe I've seen a few old men and things like that, but just not really seeing it, you know. Any country I've looked at, maybe Nigeria, because now, some of the countries in Africa, you have places like KFC and things like that showing up and they're getting fat. Even there was a documentary I watched a long time back about Iraq. Yeah, it was Iraq. After the last time that they fucking bombed Iraq, and then they started letting KFC come in and some other places, and suddenly now Iraqis are fat, and suddenly there's high blood pressure, and suddenly there's high cholesterol, and they're getting fat. And the same thing in India. They have the KFC, and they allow more oils and trans fats and greases in those countries than they allow in this one, because we're supposed to be health conscious here. People bitch about it because they want to be thin and little, but they don't want to do any work. And so they give them sort of the worst of it. So like you go there and you have like a thigh, it's gonna be way more greasy and oilier than this shit that they have here. It's a whole thing. I've watched pieces on this. I'm telling you, to say that it's a part of how they live. I look at the quality of the muscles of my brothers. They don't have to go to the gym. They just the density of the muscle structure is just there because they use their bodies every day. They use their bodies every day. When I see the women, that they don't have to go and get butt injections for that onion. It's gonna be there because that's just the way she's bending over to do this and bending over to do that. That's working it. You feel me? That's gonna be a tight onion right there. It just is. You're not gonna see a lot of jigglage going on. I just don't really see this. Like I say, I see some heavier, like Nigerian women, some Ghanaian women. Not really seeing any heavy women in the Gambia, but I'm sure they're there. You know, and it's going to depend on Western influence. So a lot of Western influence in Nigeria, a lot of Western influence in Ghana. So not a whole lot of Western influence going on in the Gambia. And so they have more of their own foods there, and that plays a part, in your overall health and wellness. I look at like Latino men and Arab men. They're pretty, like their eye lashes are so dense that it almost looks like they're wearing makeup. It's a beautiful thing to see that a man can be that beautiful and still be masculine. The quality of their hair, their hairline. I look at the older men. Is their hairline receding? Or do they still have great hair? Jay Leno. I don't know how Jay Leno is now. He's got to be $1 million, but he's Italian. He has great hair, Jay Leno. Things like that. So this is all plays a part of how you live, what soap you use, how much sun you get. I mean, it's everything, man. But what I know is the human body can be such a beautiful thing when it's not toxified and poisoned up. It's beautiful. And then us, nothing more beautiful than us. So then that's just like the double, man, or yeah, it matters, So you gotta open your mind and just don't be afraid to try things that you never had before. There's other flavors other than fucking chicken and hamburger. I mean, there's whole spice patterns that you don't even know about. Find a Middle Eastern restaurant in your town and just go there for a minute. Find the Jamaican place. Go find something from Africa. I mean, go eat something else and not the trendy stuff. Don't give me the jerk chicken. No, bitch. Go in there and get something that you don't know the name of it. You could barely pronounce it. Eat that. That's what you want. These fucking dogs, I promise on God. Are you giving me low battery? Alright. Let me finish. Yeah, Andrea, and you just, I mean, it'd be a lot easier for you and Sandra to get the milk, because the place that I'm talking about, that I was getting mine from, is in Pennsylvania. That's a lot quicker than shipping out here, and cheaper. Um, but you could also do um, other stuff. I don't want this because for me, I'm so into whatever God created. If I'm not into it, I'll get into it. Like, I love honey now. I hated the smell of honey, the sight of it. Didn't understand why anybody would ever want that ever in life. Read it in the Quran. Allah mentions honey quite a bit. I immediately started with honey, and also understood the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam began his morning with warm water with honey. Honey is one of my favorite things on earth. If the divine is going to mention it, there must be something there for me. Take your ass over there and do that. It's that easy for me, you know. So I was going to say, you know, you could do like a shake or a smoothie or something with the camel's milk. That's kind of punk bitch for me. Like, I say, if you're taking it for just as a thing, then you want to do that, then fine. But if you're doing it for something medicinal, then you should, for me, I want just the genuine article, you know. But you could do that, Andrea, you know, if you just can't get with it. It's a thick, is it thick or creamy? If you came to my house and you had it, you wouldn't know. I could tell you, oh, that's this new almond milk I'm buying. And your ass would just drink it down. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. And it's naturally 2%, but it tastes like whole milk. So you're going to be drinking fucking watered down milk. It's perfect. And as I've told you all many times over the years, it's the only milk on planet Earth, besides what you, the black woman, can produce from your breastises, that can sustain life. It is a whole entire food, just like your breast milk is. You don't need no formula. You don't need no Gerber baby food and shit. You have a whole food. That means a whole, you know what a whole food is? A whole food means that's everything of your everything that you need is in that. All of it. It totally sustains life. You carrying a whole food around in 2 jugs, not just 1, 2. I don't breastfeed. Bring me whatever killed Elvis. Do it now. Oh, the other thing I was gonna say, like, I have big eyes. My whole family does. And until my sister that passed away when I was 12, and I don't know if I came to my full potential, but my eyelashes used to be really long. Like, my nephew Ian, I know his eyelashes are longer than mine. And I think my eyelashes are supposed to be that long because one of my favorite animals is the camel. And Allah gave the camel 2 sets of eyelashes to withstand the storms on the Sahara Plain when they're the ships of the desert. They're perfectly made to be in the desert. You'd be dying. Dying. The camel is chilling. Literally chilling. In like 115, 120, it's nothing. You know. They're beautiful animals, man. I am in love with the camel. Just in love. In love with the camel. And they can be very stubborn too. Like, they're very loyal and all that, but when they decide they ain't going someplace, they're resting, and you're trying to pull them to go, they'll just look at your bitch ass like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not doing it. And you gotta fight them to get them up, and they, you know, they're really something. They're really something. But this animal carries this cure. Subhanallah. Wow. Yeah, so it's just a regular consistency, Andrea. Sandra, can you make a smoothie? You can. You can. They make chocolates out of it. They make soap out of it. There's a few products that I learned. I'm like, they doing that with all this with camel milk? They do. In fact, I saw an interview many years ago. It was the model Iman. She was interviewing some young model. There they both were stunning the fucking all of humanity. Iman was already sitting there, comes in, sits down, they give their little kiss, and it was so beautiful just to see them together anyway. And she was just as stunning as Iman. And the Iman said, she goes, "Oh, your skin looks so beautiful." And she goes, "I guess it's the camel's milk." And they just went on. Like, I'm like, bitch, did you know what you just said though? But what you just said, camel milk is that, because you and stuff. You feel me? I mean, but it's just a natural thing. That was just like as if we were saying, I guess that good cocoa butter, and we would just go on nothing, you know, because it's a normal part of what we do. Wow. I know it'll be easier for me to access camel's milk on fucking content, even if they don't have it in Gambia. Damn it, somebody will have a lead. There'll be an investigation. Get it, camel's milk. Got it, camel's milk. Camel Milk USA. Sister-in-law, my brother's sister. Okay. Either way. Yes, I do follow you. Okay, perfect. Then I'll look for your information. Anjane 23. Good morning. Ray Supreme. Dogs plus the rain. Yeah. I didn't even think about it like that till you just said it. Not Gerber. Yeah. None of that shit, man. That baby need that breast. That's all they need is that titty. That's it. That's it. That's the magic. That's the magic. That's the magic. And as we learned in one of the pieces I did not too long back now, that when your baby, if your baby have any type of anything going on with it, that milk adjusts itself to that baby. This is the divine. You understand? This is divine. It's divine. It's divine. Damn. Let me go back and be reborn and come into the world and find out my mama didn't breastfeed me. Almost dab her up. You feel me? And I think that we could probably bring some case law with that. We just have one case where some kid finds out they've not been breastfed and now they're outraged and pissed off about it and they want to sue their parents. If you can be emancipated and sue your parents, and if you can have hot coffee spilled on you, you know it was hot and you can get $1 million out of it, well, then I think we could make a case law for this. So we just need one case. I'll represent plaintiff against the parent, the mother. Your Honor, she was a whore. She never breastfed my client, and he's outraged about it. 15 million. And then we get the settlement, we made case law, and now you have to breastfeed. So there, I saved the world. I've done it again. You saw it. I did it. It happened. Yeah, breastfeed them babies, man. And sisters, give dagger eyes to any woman you see not breastfeeding. And I'm just not here because the number of women that's going to be there they're not able to is going to be a very small number and an aberration. You're more likely to have a zit on your nose than like just right here that looks like a rhino horn or some bullshit than to not be able to breastfeed. I believe that because Allah makes everything perfect. And so if you're having problems, it's something that has been done to you. Allah does not send a baby here that cannot be breastfed. Case in point, we have the Prophet Moses and we have the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. So in the case of Moses, his mama didn't suckle him. Another woman did. But Allah made sure he got a titty. Prophet Muhammad, same thing. Allah made sure he got a titty. You feel me? It's going to be a titty. It's going to be a titty. And you have better babies because of it. They're stronger, they walk faster, they learn quicker, they do it all. They're more durable, they're happier, they're not crying. It's a whole thing. It's a magic. It's a magic. It's a magic. Because magic is with the divine. Because that's outside of the realm of something we can do. And it's mystical. And it's, you know, so that's magic. That's real magic. You know, it's not David Blaine. It's not David Copperfield. It's not, it's the divine. That's where magic, you know. And that's just a miracle. And the baby only drinks what it needs. It's not just sitting there just guzzling fucking, you know, like it just drinks what it needs and keeps it pushing. It's done. Why you have all these screaming babies is because that there's no physiological connection between that bottle or whatever other shit they're sucking on and their whole digestion. There's a signal coming out of that titty. A signal. It's speaking to the baby as well as feeding. So when you have babies screaming, there's no communication between that thing and them. And then we learned that even the bumps around the areola have mystical powers and shit. Dude, wallah, if there's no such thing as reincarnation, everybody, but if there was, I would come back to this bitch as a black woman to chastise all black women who weren't being queens. And among them would be those heifers that's not breastfeeding. That would be my job in life, to chastise all heifers. Just heifer chastising. Just going from one zip code to the next, just heifer chastising, just chastising. You feel me? Yeah, man. We need all the help we can get as a people. And if we can't get out the gate strong, you know, then we don't got no hope to finish the race. And part of it begins with a titty. And then our relationship as black folks is eternal with the titty. Because for me, I don't know if my mother breastfed me or not because she had tuberculosis and I was in the hospital. I don't know, did they bring me to her and she breastfed me and took me back? I don't know. I was in isolation. I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't know to ask. But what I'm trying to get to is I just lost my chain of thought. Damn. I just lost it right in the middle of it. All knowledge is with Allah. Anyways, it'll come back to me, inshallah. So, yeah. I almost didn't make it to the stream, everybody. I'll say this as I'm closing. Because for some reason, I could switch channels on my phones and my tablet, but when I went to try and switch over to Jedi Africa for this, it wouldn't switch over. And I'm like, and then it wasn't even an option as a channel there to switch, so I somehow had to go in and redo it, and it's a whole thing, man. Like, and I could have been on earlier, because I was like, you know, it's because I had gone to the store, and I was like, you know, just whatever. I'm kind of up, and I could just do this now. You know, I think that was probably just a little after 2, maybe. You know, but I sat here forever going, oh shit, I can't even, I'd already done the thumbnail, I was ready, I'd done the description, all the shit, and now I need to just go, no, I'd done the thumbnail, and then I just needed to come to the channel and start setting up the stuff. But it wasn't an option. It just had the Jedi. There was no option for Jedi Africa at all. I didn't know my email for this channel and sign in. It was just all a nightmare, man. But we got it done. So that's our update, everybody, as it stands now. What I have also been trying to do is not just keep you abreast of my journey, but I also want to, which I guess I'm gonna count this as one. Okay, it was my earlier video, but we'll count it. Just to show, I want to be able to just begin to bring you curriculum and stuff from Africa already. things like I wish I had played that video for you. We'll do that next one. I'll play you some of the people that I'm exposed to, like the people I was citing to today, like when I was talking about the sister, I could have showed you her and stuff like that. So I want to do more of that. But yeah, that's where I'm at now. So this week coming in, because I'm just too lazy to have done it over this weekend. But this week coming in, I will call Delta, bitch them out about what I told you about my flight, how they updated the flight this time. Usually just a few minutes here or there out of LAX or something. And then now this is like LAX to Detroit, and then to no, we're not doing that. So I have to get that put back the way it was. And then also this week, inshallah, I will speak to my brother in Senegal that's receiving us. And because that's just somebody I want to stay in contact with anyway. You know, he's Muslim, he's my brother. And it just so happens that, oh my God, thank goodness, my follower, you're her husband, and now we've come together and all of that. So he's a good brother too, man. He really, I didn't want to get off the phone with him, you know, but he's really, really something, and just refreshing. Okay, just wow, it was such a joy to speak to him. So, you know, I just keep that communication line open. Sweet D, I see you as I've got the wheels down. Big shout out to you. This is the time frame. So we're on track now. When in fact, whatever day was the 8th, I remember looking. I was on the phone with somebody, and I was like, "Today's the 8th, dude. I have literally 60 days, literally, you know." And then it's like, "Have you done enough? What haven't you done? This isn't in place yet, you know." But I've been moving like as if I'm leaving tomorrow, because I understand that that's how I need to manage my time. You need to act like you're leaving tomorrow. So that's what I've been doing. So that's what it is. So I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your night. 9:40 for the East Coast. That's a good time. It's a good time, especially if you guys got a busy week next week. Yeah. So, Sandra, that means it's 9:40 for you. If you want, we can probably speak briefly tonight, just briefly, because usually when I'm done with these, I need to because I get sick of hearing me. I really do. I just need my silence. But if you want to make some time, I can make maybe just a few minutes, you know, maybe 15, 20, maybe most 30 or something like that, just so that it's, because it's still relatively early for me, you know, or if you want to speak tomorrow or whatever's best for you, I'm willing to go with that. Yeah. Corindo, you say, wow, 60 days. I'm so excited for you. I hope we can stay in touch. We will, inshallah. You're going to download WhatsApp. I can write if calls aren't. No, calls are free, sister girl, because that's what I'm telling you. I've been telling you guys. Go. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it in every video on this channel. Download WhatsApp. I'm on WhatsApp. That's how you make international calls. That's how I'm speaking to people in Gambia. That's how I'm speaking to people in Ghana. That's how I'm speaking to people in Senegal. That's how I'm speaking to people in Tanzania. That's how I'm speaking. Come on, dude. WhatsApp. We're out of the days of long distance where we pay for that. That's a thing of the past. Also, the other thing I learned that Anjane taught me was that, you know how when you text somebody something, or you got a video or something, you're like, oh, I wish I could send somebody a text of this. I can't. Yes, you can on WhatsApp. You understand? There's no, ooh, you have to compress the file. Ooh, it's too big. You can't. You can only send one picture and not two. Nah, you send what you want to send. You feel me? WhatsApp, nigga. WhatsApp. WhatsApp. WhatsApp, cuz. WhatsApp, cuz. Yeah. So, You're only at 54%. So download WhatsApp on your phone, and then put your contacts in. It'll tell you, like, so when you open up, like anytime you open up Me For Now on Corindle, it'll show the green thing that I'm on WhatsApp. So you can always, it's whatever. You can video conference. I've done that to brothers when I was speaking to these damn fools from my sister. That's one of the ways that we would communicate is on WhatsApp. They need to video call me on WhatsApp, and I sit and give them evil looks while I'm speaking to them. So it's a whole thing, and you just can't believe that they're on the continent and you're talking to them as if they're next door, and it's free. And as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, that's it. So your phone service could be off. Hear me closely. Your phone service could be off. If you got a Wi-Fi connection, you can make an international call on or a local call. It doesn't matter on WhatsApp. As long as the person you call has WhatsApp, that's the only requirement. That's it. It's a beautiful thing. I don't know how they make money. I don't care. It works for me. Feel me? Sandra, I just messaged you on the gram. Thank you. We're taking something up till after 1. Practice my yoga. Okay. Corindle, you're right. My friend in UK always wants me to download WhatsApp. Too bad Facebook bought it. Well, until they're bombed off the earth, we're using WhatsApp for now. You know. We're working on a kidnap situation. I can't get into it. Hold on, y'all. Oh, damn it. All right. So we have come to the end of our runway, everybody. I don't know what my next activity will be over on Jedi, on the Jedi channel, and but our next activity here will be this week, so that I will give you the update now on me getting with Delta and getting my flight back to what it was before. You know, I don't know. I don't need to go to Detroit. I'm going from Los Angeles to JFK and from JFK to Dakar. That's what I'm doing. That's what we're doing. I'll give you the update on that. And then at that time, I'll share some other things with you that I just talked about a minute ago. And at different points through the stream. That's how we're going to do that. Last one. They kidnapped the Jedi. We need to go fund me the ransom when the kidnappers WhatsApp calls us. No, I was insinuating a kidnap situation for that robot that runs fucking Facebook. I'm over it. He only has a woman because he runs Facebook. That's it. Trust. That's it. You gonna look that fucked up and you get a female. I doubt it. I doubt it. If you can look that fucked up and get you a woman, then Tyson Beckford envies me. Well, he does envy me, so that's not a good example. All right, strike that. Wait. Damn it. I'm having all these issues, man. Idris Elba is already green with envy. I mean, it doesn't stop. Since it's plugged in. I can't see. No tengo ojos afuera. Alright. So, we'll be together this week, everybody. Just look for me and be checking for me. Yeah. Just know that I love you guys all. Sandra, I'm going to detox from my stream, and then I'll give you a call. I'll look up what I'll look at my Instagram and get your number, and I'll give you a call, inshallah. So, but for now, we are out, everybody. I'll see you soon. This is the Jedi.